Devin, as someone who is tall, I gotta ask you a question. All right, how do you feel about this? Because as a short person, I feel like
hold on, shorter.
As a short king, as a short king, so Nora and I went to the Chicano Batman concert, right? It was fucking awesome. It was fantastic. Those dudes have so much charisma. It blows my fucking mind. But there was this dude who stood in front of me who was maybe like 6'6".
Oh.
Maybe 6'9". You know, he was
maybe 6'9".
He was
so
humongous.
Fucking tall.
All right, he was humongous, and he was at the very, very front against the rails. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And most of the time he was hunched over, but then when he would stand up to stretch his back, couldn't see like anything. So I think that it should be mandatory that if you're over 5'11", you should be in the back.
Okay. So I would say on behalf of tall people everywhere, because I represent tall people between 6'1" and 6'6". I think I can speak for all of them.
Devin, how tall are you?
I'm 6'1". So I'm at the low end of the tall boys, but I'm still there. You know what I mean? But
as a short king, I'll let you know that my height is none of your business.
Okay. Well, here's what I'll say is I think as a tall person, yes, you know, it is a classy move to stand in the back. And I think that most tall people kind of do toe that line. Kind of like, you know, that's just sort of naturally, you know, an accommodating thing that we do for short kings and queens and princes and princesses.
And dukes.
And earls and all of the whole kingdom of the short.
Lords.
But should it be mandated? Absolutely not. No way. You know, if there is a situation where you really love a band or you really love a performance and you want to get up in front, you should totally, as a tall person, be able to do that. You might not have like you might not be like necessarily liked by the short people standing behind you, but it shouldn't be a mandatory rule. I mean,
but fuck them, huh, Devin?
But what if they made like a section, a handicap section, just for tall people?
You mean like a section that was like just where there was like a 3-foot
like
dip in the floor? So no matter what you were no matter what you were standing at short king
at the same height,
short king level. I mean, I think that
the tallest you would be is 5'11". If you were standing inside of the hole, the tallest you would be is 5'11".
Yeah, well, I think this is true, but I also think that there's situations where tall people are at a disadvantage. So if we could meet at the you know, I think that like cars, for example, like, you know, like we should have special cars for tall people, especially tall people like me with long legs. So regular car sizes are not necessarily like great for super tall people. So
I'm just hearing so much bias here.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of bias.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of short. I'm hearing a lot of short whining is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of 5'8" complaints here.
Yeah, I'm just being objective.
Have y'all ever heard the story where a dude was in an elevator in an elevator with Wilt Chamberlain? I think you sent it to me, Jordy. Where the dude gets in the elevator, looks up at Wilt Chamberlain, and is like, "How's the weather up there?" And he spits on that dude's face, and he's like, "It's raining."
Oh,
that's so
damn.
fucked up.
Wait,
yeah,
is Wilt Chamberlain? Was he? Is he like a bad boy, like an asshole? That's an asshole move.
Oh, that's a hell of an asshole.
Yeah,
that's like the worst thing I've ever heard that he's done. I mean, he
don't think that's a representation of the tall, because that is not normal behavior.
That was my only opinion of tall people. Actually, I thought
and Will Chamberlain is just the official delegate. Of tall people everywhere, and he's not. You know, that's not the way we want to be viewed. That's fucked up. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's like one of those things where there's nothing you can do as a tall person. You just have to kind of like, you got to kind of appreciate your genetic superiority and fall into line.
Superiority. Superiority. Okay. Well, I mean, we have Tom Cruise. You guys have Wilt Chamberlain.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
So
Neither of those
has done some really horrible things.
Neither of those are great delegates. Tom Cruise is definitely not the best short person delegate. That's for sure.
Well, should we move on?
Sure.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Okay, well, hey, welcome to the Cheesy Gordita Bunch podcast, the official show of the Taco Bell Cult Facebook group. I'm your host, Nick Ortiz, and with me, as always, my co-host, DJ Dill himself, Devin Hanley. What's goody, dog?
I'm here.
And then, of course, the fiery elote corn in this Taco Bell Friendsgiving feast.
Let's go.
Jordan Cravens Krenek, what's goody?
Hey-o, that was one of the best ones ever.
Yeah,
Fuck
because it's not your traditional Taco Bell item.
Facts.
It is your Friendsgiving Taco Bell item. And today we are going to be talking about the widest concept Taco Bell has ever created, the U.S. Taco Company, a failed concept that would ultimately lead to one of Taco Bell's most greatest successes, the Cantina. Yeah. And I'm really excited about this episode. I know when we were talking about it during the production meeting, we were all surprised that we have never heard about this, right?
Yeah, I am.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised and disappointed, to be honest. And I'm not surprised now that Taco Bell made such a concerted effort to cover up the fact that this was even a thing that they would do, simping to the elites. My God, Taco Bell. There's a nation of regular folks here. And, I'm not a big fan of what we're going to talk about today. But it is fascinating. And it wouldn't be a Taco Bell podcast unless we, touched on this. So
I bet a lot of people don't really remember this because it seemed like it was just a blip. You know, NPR covered it, Insider covered it, Times covered it. But it's something that doesn't really stick in the mind of Bell Nation. And I do want to just say that today is kind of going to be like a really relaxed episode. You know, we're not going to we are going to play Bell Nation's favorite game, believe it or not. That's definitely happening.
This episode is going to be mostly dead air. We're going to turn off our microphones. We're going to have this conversation off the air today. So
yep.
If you don't hear anything, sorry. Join us in 2 weeks when we're live again.
Now, before we do that, we do have to talk about an item returning to the menu, the grilled cheese burrito.
Oh, man, that shit's so good.
I know. We raved about it last year.
Yeah.
Literally during one of what was it? Like items that I forget what it was. Was it the New Year's special?
I remember us talking about it as like one of our favorite items at the time.
Yeah,
for sure,
it was.
so.
It came out around the time
That's
of
what I
the
remember.
insurrection. I remember eating it around insurrection time. So yeah,
the grilled cheese burrito takes me right back to
the day people stormed the Capitol.
to that,
there's
brings me
people
right back to that time where Jordan
a
threw a brick
coup.
through the Capitol window and.
Oh yeah,
there.
But it's returning November 11th, so the day before my birthday. I'm really excited. Nora and I are gonna get a grilled cheese burrito feast for my birthday.
Wow, what a way to
But it will be
bring
available
in 30.
November 8th.
You just wake.
Yeah,
you just wake
they
up
will-
you just wake up and you're 30 years old and you're just covered in fucking cheese grease and like.
Fucking wrappers everywhere, and
What a dream.
It will be available to Taco Bell people who use the Taco Bell app November 8th. Like they always do now. Release it for those specific people, but I probably won't be able to have it until fucking like November 13th because my fucking Taco Bell, burn it Taco Bell.
Oh man, honestly I've been having issues.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. You just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Not many people
good.
understand, and I bet Devin didn't hear that.
I just don't understand what that was.
Yeah,
that's
people usually
actually
don't understand.
the irony of the button.
Yeah.
Funny enough. No, I've been having a difficult time getting my fucking Taco Bell, dude.
Really?
There's one near me that's like, the line is like fucking down the street all the time.
Oh wow, that must
Those
be
are
the
good
one to go
problems.
to.
Those
then.
are good problems.
And then
Yeah.
and then you said which one?
No, he said that must be the one you should go to then.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't want to sit in that line, so that's not
Use
the one
the
to go
fucking
to for
app,
me.
bro.
That doesn't make it faster.
It does. If you use the app and do as pick up a carry out, you absolutely it does.
But I don't think you can.
Yes, you can. They have literally Taco Bell has 2 lines. One line is dedicated directly to drive-in. Others dedicated to dine-in.
But a lot of them will like the door will be locked. You can't go inside anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I've been to like every not every Taco Bell, but like a lot of Taco Bells recently.
For example, the one on Old Torf, 100% that bitch is locked. 100%.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
On Old Torf and Old Torf.
It's fucking Old Torf.
Old Torf
you know?
in South Congress.
Yes, that one right there next to the HEB. Yeah, and the McDonald's right there. Yeah.
That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me.
It's locked.
They had
every
that
time.
closed before the pandemic.
Pretty sure that place is haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's closed. And then there's another one. The other one by my house, like they're like understaffed and like close and sometimes and like they close in early. Like it's so it's kind of like roulette. I just don't know what I'm gonna get.
Jordan,
you know what I mean?
So Jordan, what would bring you down to the Old Torf location? That's quite a distance from you, isn't it?
Work. Yeah.
Oh,
work.
gotcha. Okay, I thought you were doing like special
Yeah,
trips. You're just like, oh man, the drive-through on Old Torf, magnifique.
It's actually so bad. It's so slow. It's crazy.
I bet.
But it's not all their fault. But yeah, they gotta. It's
90% their fault.
They're understaffed.
Well, they still have the crispy chicken sandwich taco, and some
That's
Taco
facts.
Bells are even selling just the tenders now with dipping sauce.
What?
Yeah. We're
the only
in,
downside can't get it in the app anymore.
Oh,
Doesn't
you have to pay
that make you
$2.49.
question your opinion about that they're literally having like a out the back door fire sale on the ingredients?
No, it's actually so good. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no problem with it because I know franchisees can do their own shit if they want. You know, if they want to sell 24 packs of tacos, they can. If they want to sell the individual just fucking chicken strips by themselves as 4 packs, they absolutely can do that.
I mean, I just want to put on the record that I said I was gonna do 7 that day, got 6.5, and then we stopped the live, and then I finished that bitch. So I just want on the record that I got 7
That
in one
doesn't
sitting.
count. That
doesn't
count.
I was.
That's like
Yes, it fucking does.
That's
I was
me
eating
saying,
it.
Like I ate 5 of them, but then the next day I ate another 5. So there we go, 10 on the show.
No, fuck that. No, fuck
It
that.
has to be live. It has to be recorded, or else.
It was within the episode. It was within the same sitting.
I'm with Devin on this.
What?
Doesn't count.
I was
6.5.
within the same sitting. Listen, Bell Nation.
Actually,
it was
5.5.
fucking 7. It was 7. Don't listen to these.
Well, Jordan
schmucks.
still ate more than both Nick and I.
Okay, I don't know why I got brought into this.
Because you were the one to claim you were the one that said you were going to eat 15, and you tapped out at 4.
And then who fucking like a terrible dad fucking calls him up and is like, "Hey, are you sure you're gonna want?"
That's right. You fucked up his confidence.
That was.
Are you?
You should be thanking me.
100%
You should have
your
been
fault.
listening to me when I said that.
Bullshit,
How much did you spend?
dude. No. Nick called me. and was like, "Man, I don't know, man.
I don't know if I can do this.
Should I get 15?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I get 15, dude."
I don't know
He's
if
like,
I can
"No,
do
I don't
this."
know." Devin
called me.
Yeah, and he questioned me, and he made me
ruined
question
my
myself.
self-esteem.
It's fucked up my self-esteem. I said, son of a bitch.
Don't
Devin,
you know comics' egos are fragile?
as fuck.
Fragile? And you just come over here and just shit on me with your little
my-
ass, and you just.
I
with
got
with my realistic order.
Hey, don't you put his dreams down, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, all
Thank
right.
you.
Do you still have
Because
some of those?
if-
Do you still
if-
have some of those in your freezer, or what? Are those?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do.
So I got so fucking full though. I was like full for like a day, like a whole day. I was fucking full, and now Nick didn't get to experience that. So
I did because believe it or not, I do get stoned and gorge myself, and I hate it. But on to today's topic. We are going to be talking about, again, the U.S. Taco Company. Now, the U.S. Taco Company is a fast casual taco restaurant that was developed in 2013, launched in 2014, and then closed in 2015. Sheesh is right. Now, the term fast casual is something that they say a lot, especially if you look up the U.S. Taco Company. And what it essentially is it describes Panera and Chipotle. You know what I mean? It's a what's the word? Like, it's not it's an upper scale fast food restaurant, basically. You know what I mean? Something where you would maybe, I don't know, take a girl out on a date too. You know what I mean?
I think Devin
That's
said this prior.
That's a
said,
regular Taco Bell. Are you kidding me? But here's the biggest disparity, though, and it was the food that they like. I consider like casual, fast food casuals are always a little bit healthier. They're always a little bit nutritious.
Yes.
Was this
Yes.
an improvement on the quality of the food?
No, no, it definitely was not. And
I might as well just
biggest-
eat fucking Taco Bell in Jordan's BMW. You know what I mean? Like,
honestly, that's way more upper class than this
so
U.S.
funny.
taco company.
Devin described this U.S. taco company, and these are his words, okay, as a whites-only Taco Bell.
that's what it sounded like. When you said it was in Huntington Beach, I mean, that was the first thing that came to my mind, because anytime I've been to Huntington Beach, there's a fucking Klan rally or some fucking hate speech
Jesus.
on the beach or something. So that.
Well, isn't that why you're there?
No, I was there to smoke weed. I was there with you, and you were like, "Hey, let the."
I know,
you were like,
I know.
Hey, let the
We were there to
and then Nick was like, "Hey, let the KKK speak. They have a. This is America.
This is free speech, baby. What are you talking about? Now, before we talk about how and why it failed, we have to talk about why it was even fucking created.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so 18 months before the launch, Taco Bell and Jeff Jenkins, he is one of the creators for this.
JJ.
Wait, of this particular concept?
Yes, of this particular concept.
JJ. That's what you called him?
JJ, yeah.
Yeah, and one
JJ,
thing
that's such a good nickname.
for sure. One thing that we find out is that no other Taco Bell employees knew about this.
I don't see what's the why, right? Like, what's the deal? Why would they hide it, right?
I don't know. I feel like they were testing some elements of it out,
Maybe.
to see how it will work in the future. But I feel like, in the back of their minds, Taco Bell like kind of didn't want really anything to do with it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. Okay, let's go a little further. Now, so Jeff Jenkins and Taco Bell ran a dining survey, and they found that a certain demographic wouldn't eat at a fast food restaurant. And to be honest, the demographic that they were aiming for were the people who go to Chipotle and Panera, who kind of looks a little healthier.
The uppity folks.
The uppity folks, yeah.
The squares.
The people who...
The fucking
Yeah.
lames.
See, the thing is with those like particular restaurants, when you get a $10 gift card, you're like, what the fuck am I gonna buy with $10?
Yeah.
But if you get a $10 gift card from Taco Bell, you're like, my fucking dreams are coming true,
That's right,
baby.
baby.
We're feeding the family for a week. Facts. Now, when I looked up the demographic for Chipotle and Panera, because I wanted to see who these people it was aimed towards, and it was basically young professional millennials.
Get out of my country.
But I did run into an article about a man named Bruce Wayne in Ohio who ate Chipotle once a day for 436 days, setting a new world record.
How much was
Fucking-
that?
I don't know.
And then he
Fucking money.
put on a fucking Batman suit that didn't fit, or what's up?
Well, see, that's the thing is you have to be rich like Batman in order to eat Chipotle once a
The
day.
dude's
Yeah.
name was
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's which is funny.
That's hilarious.
Now, during the development of this new concept, Big Bell funded an eating tour for around the country for Jeff Jenkins and executive chef Renee Pisciotti for menu research.
Pisciotti.
Yeah, now we've talked about Renee Pisciotti before in a previous episode. For those who aren't familiar, but if you are, then you already know that he helped design the food and the menu for the Taco Bell Hotel and Resort. And if you want to learn more about that, please check out our episode number 17 about the Bell Hotel and Resort.
Hey, always be plugging.
Yeah, and then but he's been working with Big Bell since 2007. Yeah, and this is the first time we'll be talking about Jeff Jenkins because he really didn't work there that long. He worked there from 2012 to 2015. But he helped develop the app. He helped develop and design the app. He was also the director for digital experience and new platforms for Taco Bell.
Must have been his first time.
Yeah, but
Not
it
a
sounds
big,
like
not
you
a
pretty
big,
much only
not a big
worked there.
technology guy. This JJ.
No, man. Like one of my can I just
Yeah,
have
please.
a little? Yeah. One of my pet peeves about the app is like fucking half the time I order it to the wrong fucking Taco Bell, bro.
That sounds like a you thing. Are you
No,
fucking
dude,
kidding me?
No, listen. And it's because it saves the location every time and it locks it into the last one that you did it at. Right?
So
That's
you're
like-
not looking before you make your order?
Well, I'm trying, okay? But I feel like this should be easier. I feel like it should ask you the location either before you start or at the end of your order every time.
Well, I do. I mean, that'd be pretty smart.
Yeah.
But
There's other
if you
apps
turn on your
who
location,
shall not be named.
oh,
that do
Chick-fil-A,
that.
you son of a bitch.
Or Jordan, you could just pick one Taco Bell and have that be your Taco Bell instead of going on like the Austin city tour that you seem to
The fucking Austin Taco Bell circuit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fuck, sometimes, but it's not that easy because some of them are fucking closed, and
Yeah.
you know, there's like and then sometimes I don't know, maybe they don't have the shit, or I don't know, and maybe the line's fucking out the fucking
Maybe
into
turn
the
on your
street.
location on your app. Maybe that might help.
I'm pretty sure it is, but
Okay,
it is
okay.
what it is.
Well, it sounds like a user error for sure.
Jeff Jenkins, I need you to get this shit together, bro.
Well, he doesn't work at Taco Bell anymore.
I need you to dial it
I
back.
think he actually works for
Do some-
Carl's Jr. now.
Oh, okay, fucking up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say I've never used it, but I imagine that app just being a disaster. I don't know why. That's just the way that I view
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. is just kind of like a disaster.
When me and Devin were in Huntington Beach, we ate Carl's Jr. so much.
Really? Like how many times?
Oh, a lot
we
of
went there
times.
pretty much every day for breakfast. For breakfast.
Yeah, it was good.
Now,
But
Carl's
yeah,
Jr. has some bangers here and there, like super cool specialty items and shit. But
for
anyway.
sure. Now, but it does sound like Jeff Jenkins pretty much worked for Taco Bell from the beginning of the U.S. Taco Company and to the end of the U.S. Taco Company. Now, these two toured the nation, and they took their favorite items, the most iconic American meals, and turned them into tacos. Now, we will be talking about some of the menu items a little later when we play Bell Nation's favorite game, believe it or not.
Woohoo.
Just know that they were bougie as fuck, and it literally spanned from sea to shining sea on the different type of tacos that they had.
I actually
And
like that a lot. That idea.
yeah, I mean, they
Personally.
really try to build this as American tacos. You know what I mean? And I was like, that's just a sandwich, you know? But they were really trying to attract foodie millennials. And the average price of one taco was about $4. And the average meal at that place would run you about $12. But if you look at their fucking reviews, it would really run them about $16 to $18 for a meal.
So this was the big
Yeah.
this was the big mistake then. I think that Taco Bell really underestimated its demographic and like why people go to Taco Bell. I feel like people don't go to Taco Bell because they're expecting like a really classy curated experience. They go to Taco
But
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but that's what they usually get, and I think that's the beauty of Taco Bell.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. Well, that's it. It's like it didn't need to. Nothing needed to change. They didn't need to make it fancier or elevate it in any way. I mean, it just seems like they took a risk in trying to like copy these restaurants, and they didn't need to do it because who's willing to pay $16 for a fucking Taco Bell box?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's absolutely right. And one thing that you'll see is that Taco Bell really tried to distance themselves when it came to marketing. Like, you didn't really know that this was Taco Bell. And the only reason why you did is because NPR would say, like, Taco Bell's trying this new thing. You know what I mean? But if you go to the store itself, there's no Bell branding anywhere.
Boo.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about the restaurant itself. Now, the U.S. Taco Company was launched in Huntington Beach, California, which is a pretty affluent part of Orange County. And it's predominantly white, with 71% of the population being white.
That's so much.
Yeah, 21% being Asian, and only 2% being black, and 1% indigenous.
Wow.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That's
that's
crazy.
Southern California. You know, you'd think there'd be more Mexicans.
For sure. Like that, it's not even. Where's the percentage on that?
Yeah,
They're
so
not even included.
So the demographic that they were aiming for with this concept was affluent white people who didn't really fuck with fast food. You know, who weren't going out there getting belly aches. You know what I mean? From gorging on some grilled cheese burritos.
Yes, I'll take the.
Now-
they'll take the escargot. Do you guys have escargot here? Lady, there's a fucking fancy Taco Bell. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Now this was made even more apparent when you look at the restaurant itself. It was it had like a very picturesque storefront. You know what I mean? Very IG friendly. But it was Taco Bell's first like open concept like kitchen. You know, with a big giant window where you can see what's exactly happening there in the kitchen.
I kind of like that though.
Once again,
Oh, I like it too.
Once again,
Yeah.
something you don't need to see as a Taco Bell patron. Like, why? Why do you need to see them? Like, I don't like seeing what happens at Taco Bell behind the scenes.
Well, that's the thing. This isn't a Taco Bell. You know what I mean? These are people. These are like actual like line cooks and shit. You know what I mean? Like
Taco
filleting
Bell food.
It's not Taco Bell food though.
Okay.
That's
It's
the
different.
thing.
Yeah, it's a completely different menu.
elevated Taco Bell food.
Yeah. It's like I mean, when you go to Chipotle, like you can see everything that's going on.
Yeah, but them fucking just packing shit with ladles. You know what I mean? This is completely different. This isn't like a Subway setup. You know, this is an actual kitchen with people like, again, filleting shit and like. Doing creme brulees and shit.
This is a bunch of dudes in those tall hats speaking French to each other and like salt baying salt onto their
Salt baying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean when I say
Mexican seasoning
Yeah.
on the fucking shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's really funny. It kind of gives me like a little bit of a visual. I went to Mexico a couple times. I've been to Mexico a bunch of times, but me and my friend Chris, Chris Luke.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Chris, we went to this obviously Mexican restaurant in Mexico. It was like dope as shit. And we go in and they had like a really open kitchen. And he was like, what if we came in here and then there was like everybody that worked in the kitchen was like all a bunch of white people instead. And
It's a Ratatouille situation. There's fucking rats under their hats.
Because like a lot of times, there's a lot of Latin American folks that work in kitchens and stuff.
Yeah.
And so what if this is the same thing? It's like a bunch of fucking like white people back there.
I'm just imagining like somebody back there who has to like squash the melon by feet for Baja Blast. Like they have their own, they make their own in-house Mountain Dew. Like you got to get the right melon and you got to stomp on it to get the juices out.
That's so
An
funny.
Italian chef cooking all this, by the way.
Now the theme of this restaurant was inspired by Dia de los Muertos. And the
Interesting.
color scheme was neon pink, yellow, teal, turquoise, and red.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
With painted brick, colored tiles, and painted wood throughout the restaurant. That sounds like the ugliest
Sounds
shit
like
alive.
that
How
sounds
do
like
you
the
feel about that?
whitest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
I need to see what it looks like, but I like those colors.
They're like, what's Mexican? Dia de los Muertos, right?
Dia
Dia de los
Dia de los Muertos. Let's just do it every day. Every day is the Day of the Dead here on Huntington Beach. Hey.
No, it also had a big glowing sign above the bar that said "Eat Tacos" with sugar skulls painted on the wall, the patio, and they asked why Dia de los Muertos, and Jeff Jenkins said, "I learned the holiday is a celebration of life, not death, and it's a really good food holiday. Music is going to be pumping in here, and it's going to be lively."
That is like the whitest shit I've ever heard.
Oh yeah.
We got the
hilarious.
Jim Croce
So I
record
just learned-
playing in the background, and people are going to get wild over here on Dios de los Muertos here.
We got an Uncle Cracker playlist specifically for this.
We got Kid Rock's playing in the kitchen tonight. It's going to be great.
Kid Rock. Come to find out.
Lee Greenwood we playing tonight.
Greenwood.
Now, the logo itself is a pretty fucking ugly logo.
It's just fucking trashing every aspect of this motherfucking restaurant.
Now, it looks like a pink Ed Hardy sugar skull with stars for eyes. You should definitely look it up if you haven't.
I'm looking it up
Ed
right now.
Hardy,
It's just called. Oh, I see.
that gives me-
That is an
That is an
abomination.
Yeah. Now, when you look at that and you're like, oh, that's why Taco Bell didn't work in Mexico. You know?
This looks like unfortunately every place in New Austin, quote unquote.
No, that is that is very true.
So yeah, this is like I don't know.
my bad.
Yeah, very just like I think that the reason it didn't catch on is it's just so it's such obvious gentrification and like I mean it is very much just like yeah, I don't know what I'm.
But it sounds like that would work in Huntington Beach, right? You know what I mean?
Like when I look at like some of the imagery and like the aesthetic of like this restaurant,
yeah,
I know that like y'all said it's stupid and it sucks, but there are some pretty successful restaurants in California that look like this.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, for sure. But we're not saying that they're that if you did a De Los Muertos themed restaurant that it would fail, but like this failed so hard because the food wasn't really that good. It wasn't really that good. It was overpriced. And I feel like people in Huntington Beach didn't like it because it was too Mexican. No, I'm kidding. Of course not. One thing that you'll really see again is that there's no Taco Bell branding anywhere. Taco Bell really didn't put this out.
This is like a sister company.
Yeah, essentially, they really wanted to They really wanted to distance themselves from this brand. They really wanted to see how it seemed like they really want to see how like upper scale elevated food with alcohol might work in a taco setting with this. Now we got to talk about how it was received. The U.S. Taco Company again was only in operation for 1 year before it closed its doors in September of 2015. It generally got some pretty good reviews. It was it currently on Yelp has 4 stars.
Wait, currently?
Yes, it's still on Yelp, but it's closed.
That's interesting.
It has a permanently closed thing over it.
Ah, got it.
Yeah. But it is a failed concept, so we should definitely read some of the worst reviews.
Oh, can't wait.
Yes. So I have a couple of the worst reviews.
I'll read the first one. I walked in at 9:15 p.m. and 2 girls at the counter told me and my friends that they were closed. The website, Yelp, and the door sign all said that they didn't close until 10 p.m. Well, I was pissed. Frowny face. He sent one of those little frowny face things. Really wanted to try this place, but won't be coming back.
So there we go. That actually is a fairly consistent review.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can take the bell out of taco, but you cannot take the taco out of the bell. Okay.
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious. Because we've heard that kind of review.
That's the only way where Taco Bell was able to maintain their branding.
Be
right
consistent.
There.
Yeah.
They're like different logo, different food.
Sorry, we're closed.
Same subpar service.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're like, we're at a Taco Bell.
Oh yeah.
They changed some things. Okay, this one comes from Mark B. from November 2014. I wanted so badly for this place to be good. I appreciated the concept and wanted someone to give Chipotle a run for their money, which is no small task. I ate here during a soft opening. My tacos were cold and dripping a watery/oily liquid that I couldn't identify. But I figured I shouldn't write a review based on that since it was a soft opening, and maybe they were still working on things. Though I thought it was odd that no one asked me how my food was. Why give away free food without at least getting some feedback for it? Anyway, my wife and I returned some weeks later, and we're unimpressed with the quality of the ingredients. The presentation is nice in a gimmicky way, but the ingredients are very Taco Bell wanting to be Chipotle.
Yeah.
That all has dashes in between it, by the way. The carne asada is that weird meat stuff, looking prefab food-like substance that Taco Bell puts in its carne asada burritos. Carne asada at Chipotle looks and tastes like steak right off the grill. Because, well, it is. No food scientists needed. We stayed away for a couple months and thought we should give U.S. Taco one last try tonight. This was the final straw. My wife and I both got some of their fries. Both were nasty, salty, and dried to shiny plastic-ish sheen. Within a few minutes of being served, an hour and a half later, and my stomach still hurts. Never again. Hey, you know what? Taco Bell, they can't miss.
Man.
They can't. They never do, baby. Batting 1,000 out here. Belly aches for everybody.
I really appreciate this guy's. I actually really like this review because how many times do you go to some place
It's actually a
that
good
you
review,
don't like,
yeah.
and then you go there
Multiple
two more
times.
times? So
yeah, hey, you know what we say on Cheesy Gordita Bunch? You got to try it at least 3 times before you give the ultimate
Opinion,
no-go.
Yeah. That's we do say that.
So I trust this guy. You know, you go 3 times in a row, and if you had 3 bad experiences, I think that that is very telling.
I know the name says Mark B, but are we sure it's not Andrew C?
I had 11. I had a 50-ounce Coke, and I started to feel really funny in the parking lot. It's a diabetes joke.
Now, this one comes from Wendy K. Menu was strange, but we tried 4 different tacos. The pork was okay, but the rest were terrible. Fish was fishy and dry. Queso was also weird. Never firmed up when it cooled off. So not really sure if it was actual cheese.
Of course it wasn't. What do you mean?
We did get a sample of the strawberry pie shake, which was great.
Damn, hold on. That sounds fucking bussin', dude. Are you
that
kidding
sounds
me?
Disgusting. You'd order that at a fucking Taco Bell chain
Fuck
restaurant?
yeah, I would. Strawberry pie shake. I love desserts. Sorry, continue.
No,
Nick.
I was gonna say, yeah, I like that. Absolutely, you would order that. And that if Taco Bell made that, I know you would also order that. Are you kidding me?
I hate strawberry. I hate the taste of strawberry.
Oh yeah, you're not a fruit
that's
guy.
right. You don't like strawberries.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes more sense. Yeah, because anything pie shake sounds
is
fucking
amazing. Yeah,
incredible. So whatever.
Now back into it. We really wanted to like this place because the food. We really wanted to like this place because it looks cool, but it was expensive and the food wasn't good. For tacos, just go around the corner to Sancho's Tacos or on the beach to Normeta's Surf City Tacos.
Okay, that's fucked
Normitas.
up. In the review, they're like, "Hey, here's where you
Normitas.
should go."
Yes, yeah.
That's killer.
But one thing that's really consistent is you'll see people complain about the nacho cheese. People are just like, this must not be real cheese. In one review, someone said that it was Velveeta cheese because it just tasted fucking nasty.
Hey, I like Velveeta.
I like
cheese.
Velveeta cheese.
But you're
too.
from Runberg.
I
Now,
mean,
the
yeah,
last
that's true.
review comes from a woman named Allison, and it's one sentence, and it just says, just heard on NPR that this place is owned by Taco Bell and is really trying to capture a hip, young market.
Okay,
That's a
what,
shitty
where-
review. What
like,
kind of review is
yeah,
that?
that's like, what does that? What it like?
Basically, and it was a 1-star review, basically saying, don't go here because Taco Bell is trying to get you, trying to get the young, hip market. Little does she know, a year later, Taco Bell will be opening a cantina in Chicago where it will
Crushing
blow up.
crushing the hip young market.
Yep.
I mean, you know, like I would go to a cantina over anything.
Oh yeah,
Most
yeah.
things.
So the reason why this failed is because the food was terrible. Because and also one of the humongous factors is they were unable to get their liquor license. They really pushed for a year to try to get it, but due to, low revenue, and I mean, you're on the fucking beach, you want to be able to enjoy a taco with a nice drink, and you can't do that.
Little marg.
Yeah, a little margarita there. And yeah, so because they were unable to get that liquor license, and because of the waning, opinion, it ultimately closed down a year later.
We need to get that. We
Makes
need to
sense.
get a sound
I mean,
effect of like the wee.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. If they had alcohol, this shit would probably still be around.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And apparently in Orange County, you have to jump through loops to get a liquor license there. And
I wonder why that is.
And for some reason, Big Bell wasn't able to. But this also happened in we talked about a cantina in San Francisco that happened exactly like this.
Yeah.
That ended up closing because they were unable to get their liquor license.
You gotta hustle, baby. You gotta make it happen. It's not a lack of resources. It's a lack of resourcefulness, Jeff Jenkins.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would also say that ultimately, once again, I think we've crossed this road, and we've had this discussion before. But in this last review, it's talking about how there's other taco places just like right around the corner, and it's like in a high foot traffic area like that where you have like the option to actually have like a real deal taco. Wouldn't you just why wouldn't most people just go for that? So that's I think that this failed because of what we were saying. This is Southern California, and there's so many other competing, more authentic taco places. Now, if they had just opened a Taco Bell, I think that would have been a different story. I think that I don't think those things are mutually exclusive, but a Taco Bell owned company that's essentially trying to be like a small hole in the wall Mexican taco place can't compete. You know what I mean? Doesn't have the
for sure. I think you're absolutely right on that, because if they would have just put a cantina there and really went hard on the Taco Bell branding, and Taco Bell put its money behind it in the sense of the resources to get its liquor license, it probably would have been really successful.
Right, because because people recognize the brand. When they walk by a U.S. taco, they're just why are they selling tacos out of this fucking Lululemon store? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Now, I know we had talked about earlier, believe it or not, diving into those menus. So I think we should go ahead and get that done. So for those who aren't familiar with this game that we play on the Cheesy Gordita
Best
Bunch,
game ever.
it is Believe It or Not, and the rules are really, really, really simple. The rules are if I'm going to ask my contestants, Jordan and Devin, a question, all right? And they have to tell me if they believe it or not.
Devin, I need you to fix your spit guard. It is so crooked.
What do you mean?
It's like leaning.
Why are you worried about that man's spit guard?
I just can't function. Look how crooked it is.
Yeah, it looks
bro.
good. Yeah, it's great.
Is that better? Is that better, Howard Hughes?
Now, just to recap, Jordan is currently the champion. Undefeated
Reigning
champion.
I don't know about that.
Reigning champion.
I think I beat
That's
Jordan
true.
once.
I have never lost.
I beat Jordan once.
No,
I think
you haven't.
I don't think you've ever beat Jordan.
I think you're misremembering. I don't remember what
for sure.
Okay.
For sure, I have never lost.
Okay.
That is a fact.
So because of that, we are going to go ahead and start with our underdog, DJ Dill himself, Devin Hanley.
Fire away.
I just can't. I can't. I'm already laughing, dude. I can't.
All right. DJ Dill.
I believe it.
Believe it or not.
I'm gonna go with believe it.
Believe it or not, it is the Southern Squealer Taco. It has pulled pork, peach jalapeno barbecue sauce, corn cake, slaw, jalapenos, and cilantro wrapped in a flour tortilla.
I believe it.
Believe it or not.
I believe it.
He got that right.
Let's go.
Oh, hey, this is how it happened last time, though.
Oh, dude, last
This is
episode,
how it happened last time.
I was losing 3-1 and 1-4-3 or something like that. It was fucking
Let's talk about
hilarious.
today and what's gonna happen today. Throw one at Jordy.
All right, Jordy.
Let's do it.
Believe it or not, Texas Hook'em short rib taco, a slow roasted pork short rib, pickled beets, slaw, jalapenos, and cilantro with lime wrapped in a corn tortilla. Believe it or not.
I'm going to believe it.
Oh, that is a no-go. That is one that I made up.
That sounds fucking banging.
Yeah, I'm a chef. So what can I say? Devin. All right. The next one. Believe it or not, America the Beautiful dessert taco. Fresh apple pie sautéed in brown sugar, butter, and cinnamon, topped with graham cracker crumble with a caramel drizzle on a seasoned pita bread. Believe it or not.
Believe it.
Ooh, that is wrong. I made that one up too.
That sounded
That
disgusting.
shit sounds crazy
but,
good.
It sounded
What?
It sounded
that
feasible.
sounds amazing.
That sounded good. I
Yeah.
should have said it with ice cream as well.
So these
That
are
would've
all,
been better.
just so I'm clear, these are all potential items at this location. At these.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was
All
going to say,
right.
if that was real, no wonder they went out of fucking business. My God.
All right. So just to recap, we got the score. Devin 1, Jordy 0.
Yeah.
Devin 1, Jordy 0. So currently Devin is winning. So Jordan, believe it or not, the winner taco. Fried chicken breast topped with south of the border gravy, roasted corn, pico de gallo, jalapenos, cilantro, and flour tortillas. Believe it or not.
I'm going to believe it.
Oh, he got that so right. Let's
go.
job. So
You give him the
we have
easy
a
one.
timed
You
up
give him
game.
the fucking strawberry cheesecake. I get the fucking shiny. I get the shiny fries.
Oh, okay. So tied. We are 1-1.
Let's go.
All
Two
right,
rounds.
1-1.
After 2 rounds.
So Devin, believe it or not, not my first rodeo. Smoked brisket, salsa, slaw, pickled onions and cilantro.
True. Real.
Believe it? You believe
I
it?
believe it.
You got that right. Hey, good job. Good job. Wow. Okay, so he's doing a great job. It's 2-1. Devin may take this game. All right. Devin may take this game. Jordy, believe it or not.
Okay.
The 1%er. Served on flatbread with lobster, garlic butter, slaw, roasted poblano cream, and cilantro.
I need you to read it one more time.
The 1%er. Served on flatbread with lobster, garlic butter, slaw, roasted poblano cream, and cilantro.
Put your phone down, Jordan.
Believe it or not.
Put your phone down.
I'm not believing that shit.
Okay.
Oh, they had a taco called the 1%er?
Yes, they did.
What
yes,
the
they did.
fuck? Are you
sorry,
kidding?
Sorry,
No,
sorry,
I'm
Jordan.
not.
Sorry, Jordan. Don't know if you could afford that.
1%er?
Yes.
That seems so bold.
Hey, it is.
Hey,
but
do you know
U.S.
what that
Taco
does?
Bell
That-
is bold.
That sounds about right.
Oh, it does. Okay.
2-1 after 3 rounds.
Okay. So,
We have one question each left.
yep, one question each left.
All right. Looks like I got to tie this bad boy up.
Okay. So
Devin's gonna throw what he always does.
Devin,
I got my eye on the ball today.
Devin, believe it or not, the Choco Pollo Taco. It is jalapenos, marinated chicken with a house mole sauce, corn, slaw, wrapped in a flour tortilla. Believe it or not.
Just like I did on my SATs, I'm going to stick with one answer today, and that is fucking believe it, baby.
Just like in my SATs.
Wrong! That is a fake one.
I mean,
That is a no, sir.
I fuck with that though. Do you all like mole?
Of course I like
okay,
mole.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Just making
yeah.
sure. I was gonna say like.
I haven't eaten a lot of it, but I think by a couple of tries, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, that you had got that one wrong. I had made that one up. They did have a dessert taco. It was a Choco Loco, and it was basically a Choco Taco. Now, Jordy. So it is
2-1.
2-1.
Let's go, baby. I'm ready for this shit.
Okay. Believe it or not, friggin' fried ice cream milkshake. It is vanilla ice cream, caramel, and cinnamon toast crunch.
Vanilla ice cream, caramel, and cinnamon toast crunch.
Yep.
It's called the what?
Friggin' fried ice cream milkshake. Believe it or not.
I'm not gonna believe it.
Devin wins!
Damn!
Devin wins!
Hit that applause button. Hit that applause button.
Give it up for Devin.
Hey, I just want to thank.
Wow.
I want to thank Bell Nation for being there with me. You knew this was going to happen sometime, and here we come. We're back, baby. Let me get that applause button one more time.
Yeah, one more time. One more time for
time.
DJ Joe.
Even a blind
go.
blind squirrel finds a nut, you know? So it's all good.
Wow. Okay. So
done.
there it is, Bell Nation. There you have it. The U.S. Taco Company, and Devin Hanley's first win. DJ Dill pulls out his first win. Believe it or not.
1, 4, and 2.
It's been a tough year and a half. It's been a tough year and a half. But just like the Jets, we'll have our day here. We'll have our comeuppance. So.
Yep. Well, thank you for listening to today's show. Next episode is going to be really fun. We are going to be joined by our very own Jacob Cordas, our resident D&D expert, and he has made a special Taco Bell inspired D&D one shot, and that will teach us the value of flavor through friendship. So I'm really excited about that for our Friendsgiving. So join us then and check out You Had to Be There podcast. Jacob did a live Twitch game with them. It's a spooky cowboy themed Call of Cthulhu one shot. So please check that out and listen to that episode with Jacob on it. It's a really fun time, and I think y'all are really going to like it. But Bell Nation, thank you so much. I'm your host, Nick Ortiz. Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Go into the link of the description of this episode, and you can follow our social media. And please, consider joining our Patreon. We got some really good stuff going on the other side over there. We got Craven's box coming out, and yeah.
Oh man, we got some good stuff coming in there. We're gonna remix that intro song.
new
Sorry.
tunes.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
I'm
we got a
excited.
new theme coming, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So please, and of course, if you love the show, your friends are probably going to love the show. So share with your friends, like and subscribe, and leave us a fucking review.
Yeah, thanks, Bell Nation. Appreciate y'all tuning in for another fun episode. We appreciate you. It's always good for us to spend a little time together, laugh a little bit,
Yep.
and talk about one of our favorite things, Taco Bell. So definitely involve your friends, and let's build some community, have a good time together, learn from each other, learn a little bit, and have some fun. So
not many times can we shit on Taco Bell. You know what I mean? So we got to really take those times we can shit on Taco Bell's bad ideas.
Because most of the time Taco Bell makes us shit, So now it's like a reverse. Yeah, it's like a mirror universe. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, your boy 112. Holla at me. All right. And definitely stay tuned on our Instagram page. It is the memes straight bussin'. So,
Cool.
Thank you, Devin.
Awesome. This is Devin, Tall King, trivia champion, touching base, saying goodnight to you. And hey, I hope you all had a safe and fantastic Halloween. By the time this comes out, it'll be over. But we hope that was great. And thanks for joining us as we conquer, another piece of Taco Bell lore. And we love you. And leave us a review, or I'll find you.
Also, don't forget, follow me on TikTok, Cheesy Gordita Nick. But Bell Nation, stay Baja blessed. This show is made possible thanks to listeners like you. For more great Cheesy Gordita Bunch content, follow us on social media. And if you'd like to support the show and hear exclusive bonus content, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Cheesy Gordita Bunch.